Everyone, AI is a very hot topic right now, both in terms of like online stuff, like it filling up your For You page, and for jobs as well, where it's becoming a really growing thread where people are just simply scared of getting replaced by it. And it's the worst because you'll have executives look at AI like it's the dream solution to everything. It's cheap, easy to train, and can make a bunch of work at a fraction of the time. Granted, yeah, most of the stuff it'll spew out of its robotic asshole will be bad, but just get some guy begging for his job to go in there and you scrub it a little bit clean. That really sounds like a nightmare scenario with the job replacing, low effort media, and the robotic asshole, but there's already a glimpse of that reality out now in the real world. For example, like game studios essentially acting like half of their art team. Because even though they might currently have like AI models that aren't fully yet to par to like the extensive work of an actual artist, they are putting a lot of the money into that AI model actually working and improving them every single day so that they have a version that they can rely on to do everything. This is why I segue into talking about this new article by the publication Wired, where they did a deep dive investigation into exactly this issue, where they talk about personal anecdotes from developers and artists, questioning from group managers who overlook these people, and current efforts made to slow down AI. It is a very depressing read. They bring up multiple times like how some art teams in big AAA studios like Blizzard just out of nowhere get cut in half and that's it. And whoever does remain is unironically made to learn how to train an AI model. Like just essentially made to train an animal to draw in your exact style. Except you never grab the paintbrush, no, you have to guide his hand. And typically, yeah, it is mostly like big AAA studios or publishers they bring up a lot, like Blizzard, as well as Treyarch and Activision. Now, it's those last two that are most interesting because they make one of the biggest series in the world and they make millions and they have a pretty alive fan base for a game I think is hot liquid ass. In terms of how they're brought up, they talk about like how around the summer of last year, there was like a big anxiety going around Treyarch of AI, replacing everyone. Where then, there was a big effort from higher ups in Activision to ensure everyone that they wouldn't be replaced and that AI was just going to be used for concept art and no actual art by AI was going to make it into the final game. To be fair, I don't think that part is that bad. I'm going to assume that in this context they mean like concept art as like very rough sketches meant to set up the initial base to then get the full-blown thing out there. Where as long as an actual person with creativity has an idea they want to give it to the team, then yeah, it would be convenient to like get all the meaner stuff out of the way to get the team working on the idea sooner. But this is from Activision. This could be like a complete fib made to tell people to calm them down and then just take it back once they're more confident on the AI model to actually fully replace them. That could be completely possible, since when they said that around some of that year, 7 months later around winter, there was a new skin bundle pack for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. This was a Yokai Wrath bundle pack. And it's a real fine piece of work, let me tell you. First of all, you got this nice skin, very cool, very gay. You get a blueprint for a gun, a calling card, a sticker, and a off-looking loading screen. Yeah, this is the outlier. I find it so funny that they picked this one to make the AI one. Unlike the sticker and the calling card, they stay very small. This thing is meant to fill up your entire screen. I get that it's just meant to be like the meaner stuff, meant to fill up the pack. The real meat and potatoes are the skin and the blueprint, of course. But that's the issue. Activision is gonna look at this small stuff and be like, why should I pay someone to do this? And it sucks because although I'm making fun of the way the skin looks, I'm sure it looks like much better when it was for concept, like on paper or like on a reference sheet. Like I'm sure the lead artist had a keen interest for this idea until you realized, oh yeah, the concept art could also have been AI. So what I'm looking at right now is like the most generic idea an actual computer could have thought of when they heard the word Japanese. That's when the fear of opening the floodgates becomes bigger. Because even though, yeah, it's just a loading screen, they're clearly fine with showing that they don't mind putting it in games and selling it. As well as our concept art could also be delegated to AI, so much so that it becomes bigger and bigger until the entire artistic backbone of a game is just AI. I want to use an example of a game I love and think it's a very good artistic direction, Sekiro. This is one of those games that makes you think, wow, some Japanese guy really put pen to paper for this game. Like there's an insane amount of effort put into every single area of the game to make it memorable and interesting. So when I think about an AI trying to replace that or mimic it, I really feel like internally I could notice it and be really put off by it. And honestly, that could happen now with Sekiro, but more with Call of Duty. Because now I've just bring up the biggest sign of this happening, where Activision put up a job listing for this exact purpose of making AI art. This came out in late April, but I think it was taken down due to backlash. But the description read, exceptional skills and expertise in digital sketching, drawing, and painting, as well as advanced expertise in working with generative AI tools such as Stable Diffusion, Viscom, DALL-E, or equivalent. Yeah, so just very clearly, they knew that was the part I want you to focus on the most, and I want to make everyone know that in the future, they will be working with computers. This is why I end the video by simply talking about the direction of this thing, AI, going to go in, because in the article I read from Wired, it mentions like how there's some laws and code rulings that could prevent the widespread of AI taking every single job in a game studio because of, copyright, and how they can prove that, the AI model stole some part from somewhere else. But even that's something difficult to prove. What if it's in areas that, not very apparent, or players can't even see it from? Stuff like code and concept art, like I mentioned, could be, removed or just very heavily shrouded within. So as long as there's ways for hiding that and proving that they didn't steal anything copyrighted, AI could keep on growing without any delay, which I do feel will happen in a couple of years with more examples than that Call of Duty one I showed popping up. Some even maybe being worse.